Every day, there are thousands of transactions that occur across the world. But how can we understand these transactions and how do they relate to your lives? The GDP, or Gross Domestic Product, measures all that we make and allows us to compare the economic well-being between nations and provides insights into the quality of life. Every time you swipe your credit card, you have the power to influence the GDP. Let's take a closer look into its history and components that comprise this value. So, what exactly is the GDP? The GDP is the market value of all goods and services produced within a given time period. It includes the black market, domestic work, secondhand items, and transfer costs. In 1930, U.S. economist Simon Kuznets created the ideas that led to the gross national product. It was later adapted into the GDP to focus on transactions made only within the U.S. Let's break it down into the four components that make up the GDP: consumption expenditures, gross investment, government spending, and net exports. Have consumption expenditures, the private purchases of goods and services. For example, buying a snack from the vending machine or purchasing a new dishwasher. Even the money towards a service such as piano lessons are counted in the consumption expenditures category of the GDP. Next, we must consider gross investment, which is when a business invests in new buildings, structural additions, and equipment. The money spent on the construction of a new SoulCycle studio in Soho would be included in this category. To open a new location, they would need to buy 55 bikes per room, cycling shoes, and towels, all of which are counted into the GDP. Component of the GDP is government spending. This includes the goods and services purchased by our local, state, and federal governments. Think of NASA planning a space exploration. The rocket they fly, the freeze-dried food, and the astronaut's salary are all added into the government spending component of the GDP. Net exports are the difference between the goods we buy and sell as a nation. Let's look at a cotton t-shirt from Zara. The cotton grown in Texas is only counted as an export if that is the final product. Since the shirt is manufactured in China as a final product, it is counted as an import in the GDP. We hope you learned something new about our economy and how the GDP is affected each day. Did you even consider that we add up everything we make? It's in the trillions. Stay tuned for our next Econ Squad episode. Thank you for watching.